Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Any place you want, Mr. Kramer. Suit yourself.
Well, what's wrong with right here? I sure won't need no ringside seat to peg that dame again. Where was she burned up? The minute she climbed to my camp, I got down.
Well, she certainly wasn't mad when I saw her. She was scared stiff.
Well, that was about 45 minutes later, Mr. Kramer, when she went in your drugstore.
Yeah, plenty can happen in 45 minutes.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have her held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you.
I bet you really get some
Please be
characters up
prompt
there,
with
huh,
your
Lieutenant?
questions or identifications. When the prisoners leave here, the matron takes them back to the bathroom where they dress back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right, girls, all right, this way. Move on over to the end of the stage. That's it. Now turn around and face front. Hands to your sides. You, hands to your sides. Now look straight ahead. Number 1, Georgina Kelso, theft. Ever been arrested before, Georgina?
I've been arrested before.
Where were you when the officer arrested you, Georgina?
He was no officer. It was just a spot.
What were you wearing when you tried to leave the store?
A dress.
What else?
3 other dresses underneath.
Number 2, Colleen Hodges, assault. Where do you live?
That's a good question.
Where did you used to live, Colleen?
414 Front Street, 3rd floor.
Why did you beat up your landlady?
We didn't get along.
Number 3, Margaret Kenline, open charge. How long have you been in town, Margaret?
About 8 years.
Where are you from?
That's her, Lieutenant. That's the one.
Denver, Colorado.
What do you say, Mr.
Have you ever
Kramer?
been
It's
arrested
the girl,
before,
all right,
Margaret?
no doubt about it.
Sergeant Graham,
Yes, Lieutenant.
hold number 3 for interrogation.
In here, Margaret. Say, Ben, I'll be down in communications if you want me. We're letting a couple of them go. Nobody identified them. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, here. Here's those cigarettes you wanted.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, sit down, Miss Kenline.
Thank you.
I'm Lieutenant Ben Guthrie. Would you like one of these?
Thanks.
Now, Miss Kenline, how long were you engaged to Larry Zimmerman?
Lieutenant Guthrie, about 4 months.
4 months. The cab driver who took you to Zimmerman's place at 5 this afternoon said you were angry.
I was.
At Zimmerman?
Yes. I guess it's an old story until it happens to you. I found out this afternoon that Larry had been seeing another woman. It had been going on for weeks, right under my nose. I was humiliated and hurt. Well, when I found out, I went to his apartment to really read him off good.
Mm-hmm. Now, who is this other woman? You know her?
Her name is Edith DeRoca. Lieutenant Guthrie, I didn't kill Larry. I didn't do it.
You have a business here in town, haven't you, Miss Kenline?
Yes.
A dress shop, isn't it? Run it alone?
No, I have a partner, Mr. Spees. Lloyd Spees.
I see. How's it going?
All right. Good. We're having a style show downtown tonight. Lloyd's taking care of it.
Mm-hmm. You You stopped in a drugstore at 5:45 tonight, on the corner opposite Larry's apartment house. The druggist noticed you because you were frightened.
I explained that once.
Well, explain it to me, please.
Larry's apartment was unlocked. I went in and found him in the bedroom. He'd been stabbed.
But why did that take you 45 minutes?
I don't know. I didn't realize it did. I was dazed, I guess.
I should think you would have been. By the way, who is Rifkin?
Rifkin? I don't know.
Okay, Miss Kenline. Thanks. I guess that's it. The coroner says Larry Zimmerman died just about 5 o'clock.
Lieutenant Guthrie, may I call a lawyer?
Well, sure, if you want to. But I don't believe it's necessary, Miss Kenline. I think we're going to turn you loose. Matt, close the window and sit down, will you? You're making me nervous.
Oh, I'd be nervous if I were you, all right. I'd be good and nervous.
Close the window, huh?
I don't understand it, that's all. I just don't understand it.
Understand what?
Why you let her go, that Kenline girl?
I told you she's being followed. I put Peters on her.
Yeah, but even so...
Well, we couldn't have held her anyway, not for long. Besides, there's a couple of other items, Matt. That manila envelope they found up there with the name Rifkin on it, for one. Ripped open and empty. If we knew what had been in it...
yeah.
And then, Matt, from the looks of the bedroom, Zimmerman put up quite a struggle, so the boys say. More than you'd expect if he was fighting with a woman.
Even a jealous one, mad enough to kill him? I don't know, Ben.
Well, come on, Matt. Let's go out there and have a look.
No, fellas, don't move that, please. No, that's all right.
Evening, Lieutenant. Hi, sir.
Hello, Becker.
How goes it, Becker?
Okay. Dead wagon just left. Must be about cleaned up. Sergeant Mayo's inside there.
Hey.
Let me have some more of that dust.
Come on, man.
Yeah, thank you, boy. Don't touch it.
Mayo.
Oh, hiya, Ben, Matt.
Hi.
We're just about through. Nothing much. Everything in the place is loaded with prints.
Uh-huh.
Except the handle of the knife.
Where's the bedroom?
That door there. Over the way, Ben, here's something.
An earring. Where'd this come from?
Yeah, it was tangled up in the rug under the body.
Oh, let's see it.
I'm not much of a jeweler, but I can recognize a real thing, and that's it, all right, a topaz. Huh. Pay the rent for a few months.
You say you found this earring in the rug under the body?
Excuse me, sir, but Sergeant Mayo, that guy's back again. That same guy in the gray Homburg hat. He just went past down the hall.
What guy is this?
Oh, some character that's been kind of hanging around for the last half hour. I guess
Never mind, Mayo. We'll talk to him. Where'd you go, Becker?
Down the hall to your left there, Lieutenant. There's a lounge down that way.
All right.
I better get another one from right here if you would like. I'll take it from here. That's good. Over here now.
That must be the guy there, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, good evening.
Oh, how are you?
Do you live here in the building?
No.
We're from the police department. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb.
Oh, how do you do?
You waiting for someone, Mr. Rifkin?
I have to give you credit, Lieutenant.
Well, that initial on your tie bar helped. There's been some trouble down the hall, Mr. Zimmerman's apartment.
Yeah, so I noticed.
You seem pretty interested in it, Mr. Rifkin.
Well, you had my name, Sergeant, so maybe you know why I'm interested.
No, we don't. Why are you?
Zimmerman owed me some money, Lieutenant. I expected to be paid tonight, close to $25,000.
That's quite a debt.
And it was my money in the first place. No profit.
I don't follow you.
He was a broker, investments. I placed that money with him to be invested. Then I found out he was trimmed on his last deal. He took an awful beating. I told him I was pulling my money out before it went, too. Told him that this morning on the phone. He didn't like it, but he said he'd have it for me tonight.
Zimmerman's been murdered. I guess you figured that.
Yes, but how did you get my name? Do you mind?
No. We found it on a manila envelope in his bedroom.
Oh, and the money? Well, what about
the envelope had been opened. It was empty.
What? That money's gone? Robbed, huh?
Looks that way.
Yeah, that's the way it looks. Well, I guess that takes care of that, huh?
Just a minute. Where do you live, Mr. Rifkin? We may want to get in touch with you.
Oh, sure, I hope so. The Beekman Plaza, room 220. The first name's Walter.
Room 220. Okay.
Well, smoke then?
Uh-huh, thanks. You've got to get back for the lineup, don't you, man?
Well, pretty soon. You coming?
No. Let me have that earring, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up a lady. Mr. Roca?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Roca, who are you?
Police Department, Lieutenant Ben Guthrie.
Oh. Well, I'm still glad to know you, Ben.
I want to talk to you for a minute, if I may.
Right now? Oh, I'm in a big hurry, Ben. I got a date.
It's important, Mr. Roca. About Larry Zimmerman's death.
Oh. I already heard about that. Poor Larry.
You don't seem too broken up, Edith?
You think it'd help any?
No. You're not wearing your earrings, Edith.
Huh?
Uh-huh. The pinch mark shows.
That's why I'm not wearing them. They pinched, so I took them off. Hey, look, am I under arrest or something?
No?
Then I really gotta run along. Look, I'll be back about midnight. Then we can go inside and be comfortable and talk about anything you want for as long as you want. That is, if you care to wait, Lieutenant.
I might just do that, Mr. Roca. We'll see. That dress shop on the corner must be the one.
Yeah. How come the lights are still on?
Well, they had a style show. Spees, the partner, ran it. Stop here, Becker.
Yes, sir.
And... wait in the car for us. Come on, man.
Right. Must be in the back. Oh, here he comes.
Mr. Spees, open the door. We're police.
Police? Well, come in, please.
Thank you. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb, Mr. Spees.
Well, how do you do?
Hello.
How do you do?
I suppose you've heard about Larry Zimmerman?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's a terrible thing. Margaret, Miss Kenline, told me. In fact, she just called me from her place not 5 minutes ago. She's frightened. She thinks she's being followed.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing to be worried about, Mr. Spees. It's a plainclothes officer.
An officer? Oh, I see.
Mr. Spees, we'd like to know how Miss Kenline got acquainted with Larry Zimmerman.
Well, as a matter of fact, it was through me. Yes, Larry and I were quite good friends. We lived next door to each other, for over a year.
Do you know much about his business, Mr. Spees? How he made his living?
Well, no, not much, actually. He was sort of an adventurer, really. Quite a successful one, I always thought. Very clever with money, investments and so on. A gambler, in a sense.
In the market, you mean?
Oh, yes. I always counted my pennies and envied the nerve Larry had to plunge.
Mr. Spees, do you happen to know if Miss Kenline had topaz earrings? We found one at Zimmerman's place.
Forgive me, Lieutenant Guthrie, but I really believe we should try to get in touch with Margaret, Miss Kenline. You see, I told her if she was afraid to stay home, she should leave and go to my place. That's Monroe Avenue, 4111. Now, I'd planned on leaving...
All right, maybe you're right. What's her number?
Oh, it's Abby, 2344. On the phone's right there. Yes, that's right. Well, she's really quite upset, you know, Sergeant. It's got me worried, too, you know. Anything should happen tomorrow, I just don't know what I'd do, really.
Yes. I can appreciate how you feel. No answer, man? She must have already left.
No answer. Hello?
Hello. Who's this?
Peters?
Yeah.
This is Lieutenant Guthrie.
Oh, I lost her, Lieutenant. She's gone. I was slugged. A man in a gray hat. A Homburg.
Tomorrow night, 4 more amateur songwriters will bring their new compositions to Jan Murray on Songs for Sale on CBS. And one will have his song chosen for nationwide publication and plugging. Among these contestants is a retired Army colonel whose West Point classmates numbered Marshall and MacArthur. Another will be a girl who was on the United States Olympic gymnastic team. The third is a theater usher, and the fourth entry is a husband and wife team from Alabama. Songs for Sale brings you an hour of bright new music and bright new merriment by Jan Murray. Be listening for Songs for Sale tomorrow night on most of these same CBS stations.